Hey everybody, this is Dick Justice here, and apparently I'm a big fat liar because this is the video review for Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Generation Slug. I said I wasn't going to review any more dinobots until I got Slash, but I can't find Slash yet, so this is Slug because I wanted to review another dinobot. He was my least favorite that I had of the first wave dinobots, but then I decided that I liked him a little bit better because something on the figure started to work a little bit better for me, and I'll get to that later. He is a purple dinosaur. I don't think he molests children, though. He doesn't look like it. He's got these swords on his sides, which just make him that much scarier. Size comparison, not as large as Strafe. Strafe is actually a much larger dino. And Slug is also very small compared to Scorn, but I've got Scorn here in robot mode for later. I mean, these swords you don't have to peg into the sides, but then they don't go anywhere, and I like my figures to have all their pieces go in all the modes, so that doesn't, so I ended up with the winged version. These are just a soft rubbery plastic. They can hook together like this, but I think that's just a design feature that accidentally happened, not something that was intended. Transformation is not super complex, except for one thing on mine that didn't really work at first. So you want to fold the tail up, unpeg these arms, and get them out of the way. That lets you fold up the dino feet, so you can unfold the legs, and then you get out his elf shoes. And of note on mine, the waist is actually like really loose, so I'll probably get frustrated with that later. Next thing, you want to come up here, and all of this will split. Or maybe it folds, it will split. And that opens up the figure. These red pieces fold down, hands fold out, and the forearms close. Now this is the part that kind of irritated me, is these front dino legs are supposed to peg in to these little slots here on the side, but on mine it didn't really line up right at first, so like I could end up squeezing this into the side of the figure for a very long time. And okay, there, that one didn't stick. What I've found, at least for mine, I don't know if this works on all of them, is you gotta pop off the leg and then peg it in, and then pop the ball joint back in, and that will get it in there almost solidly. I don't think this was the problem side. Actually, I think it was the other side that was the problem side. It also doesn't help that this head crest thing gets in the way. I do like the figure much better now that, okay, once they go in, they're very solid. They're just very hard to get in on mine for some reason. But when you do that, then he doesn't like to fold into himself, which I didn't like too much from the get-go, because I don't like when my figures can't hold poses like that. So he's pretty okay. He can hold his swords. And I mean, articulation is decent. You know, standard bicep swivel, shoulders, elbows, no wrist or lower arm articulation. Thigh swivel, hip, knee, that's about it. Head's on a ball joint, you know, whatever. Size, here he is with Scorn. So they're about the same size, and I think they did a pretty good job of getting these to be pretty much the same size. Off camera here, I'm transforming Strafe really quick to get him in this shot too. But even he is about the same size. Which I guess is cool, because the G1 dinobots were all about the same size. Voyager Grimlock obviously is larger than these guys, and Leader Grimlock is obviously much larger than these guys, but yeah, Strafe is a little bit shorter. But not so much that I would call Strafe like the midget of the group. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. Not as cool as Scorn, in my opinion, but not awful. I'm kind of looking forward to getting Slash so that I can have a new least favorite Dinobot, because I've heard a lot of bad things, but yeah, we'll have to see. So this is Dick Justice with Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Slug.